Hello and welcome back to Bookmark Chronicles, and welcome to my Ringing in the New Year book tag. This is an original tag. I do it every year, and we're just gonna keep doing it every year because I have a good time with it. So, as always, the first question is best book or series that you've read this year. I know that it's hard to pick just one. You can do however many you want. Relax, it's fine. But for me personally, I usually pick book and series. So the best book, one of the best books that I've read this year, I would say, is The Kiss Countdown by Etta Easton. I've recommended it to everyone. It is about an event planner and an astronaut who fake date, and it's so cute. I love it. There is a sequel coming next year that I'm really excited about. And then the best series that I've read this year, I'm gonna say Cartel Elements by Asia Monet, even though I started it last year. The first book came out last year. The last two books and a novella came out this year, so I'm counting it for this year. It's sitting right here. I love a mafia series, y'all know that. Pretty sure my best series of last year was also Mafia. Anywho, it's just a really good series. I care about all of the characters. Each book is interesting and easy to read, and I just love it. If you're a mafia cartel girly, then definitely pick that one up. The second question is authors that you've discovered this year and would like to read more from. I have three that come to mind. Etta Easton, again, author of The Kiss Countdown. Her second book, The Love Simulation, comes out, I want to say in February, that could be wrong. Phoenix Collins, I read a book from her this year, Stroke of Luck, and really enjoyed it. She has other work that I definitely want to get into, so I will definitely be reading more by her, as well as Alexandra Warren. I read Can't Catch Me earlier this year and was so surprised at how much I enjoyed it, and she's so funny. Like, there were so many times where I was laughing out loud reading that book, so I definitely want to read more from her. The next question is the best book to screen adaptation, that could be TV or film, that you've seen this year, or your most anticipated adaptation for 2025. So I haven't watched a ton of adaptations this year, I don't think. I do want to try A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, even though I did not love that book. Still gonna try to watch it. And I say this every year, I'm gonna keep saying it until it happens, and as far as I know, it is still happening. I am waiting for Netflix to release Raybearer. I just want to see my favorite YA series on screen, and I hope they do it justice. Jordan Ifueko did give an update earlier in the year saying she's still working on it. They're doing the screenwriting and everything, so hopefully it still happens. So far, it's supposed to happen, and that's just gonna be on my list every year until it finally comes out. Question 4 is, have your reading habits changed at all, or have you gotten into any new genres? So I finally started reading manga this year. I started with the first 3 volumes of Spy Family, which I definitely want to continue. And I am open to any manga recommendations that people might have. What I love about Spy Family is that it's fun. It's fun, it's a good time, and I'm just interested to see where it goes, so I definitely want to catch up on that next year. I don't really think that my reading habits have changed too much this year. I'm still reading in various formats. I do physical, audio, and ebook, sometimes a mixture of the 3, so that hasn't changed. And yeah, I think manga is really the only change this year. Question number 5 is your favorite ship. This can be romantic or platonic, or your new favorite character of the year if you don't have any ships. So again, this is one where I answer all the parts. My favorite romantic ship this year is Wyatt and Analia from Wyatt by Asia Monique. This is another mafia romance, and their relationship is just great. It's an arranged marriage, but both of them are really invested in making it work, making this alliance between their families work, and then they both also just really care about each other and are very family oriented in a way where it's like, I might not know you, but you are my partner now, so I'm gonna do whatever I can to assist whatever you need to get done, and I love that. My favorite platonic ship is Royce and Hadrian from Raya Revelations. Robin and I finished a series this year, and I was honestly surprised at how much I enjoyed it, and I just had a good time following these two on their various shenanigans and adventures. Favorite character? I might go with Brianna from Can't Catch Me. She's just fucking funny. Like, she's a character that I could be friends with in real life and have a good time with, so I really liked her. 6 is, have you started planning your TBR for the next year, and how many books do you hope to read? Of course I've started planning already. You know this. I am going to up my StoryGraph goal by 5 again. So this year it was 60, next year it'll be 65. I keep doing that every year. I've been doing it for the past few years. I don't really know what my limit is yet. I did hit over 100 last year, but I don't anticipate that being a yearly thing, just depending on what I'm reading and how long they are. So I don't know. I think maybe once I hit like 80, 85, that'll maybe be the max. I have already decided my January TBR, but that's not surprising. 7 is, will you participate in any readathons or reading challenges next year? Again, StoryGraph, because I don't use Goodreads, as well as Izzy does Read What You Own every year, and I have gotten through a lot of my own books this year, and I am planning to basically get through the rest of them because I don't have that many at this point in time. Christmas and my birthday could definitely change that, so we'll see, but for now, I will be participating in that, as well as Joshana's World of Elon read-along. Because I enjoyed Right Year Revelations, I am interested in reading more by Michael J. Sullivan, so I'll at least participate in the series that starts with Age of Myth, just because I'm kind of curious to see and I want to read more. And lastly, Black Queen, as always, in October, hosted by Bree at the Lock Petition. So those are the only 3 that I'm positive I'll be doing. If other things pop up throughout the year, maybe. I thought about doing the Amazing Readathon. The burnout is real, and I'm not doing that to myself. And lastly, do you have any New Year's resolutions or goals, whether they are bookish, content related, or just life in general? I do have a goals video coming soon, so I'll talk more about that then. But I think one of the things that I really want to do is like pay closer attention to books that I have on like Scribd and Libro FM, because sometimes I download things from Libro, like ALCs, and then I forget about them. So making an actual TBR for those to make sure that I actually do that. But the rest of my goals I'll talk about in my next video. So as per usual, I am not going to tag anyone, but if you see this and feel inclined to do it, consider yourself tagged. Let me know what 2024 has been like for you, what you're looking forward to in 2025, all the things. If you have manga recs, let me know. Otherwise, that is all I have for you today, and I'll see you in the next video.